Speaking of our people, man, we got my brother Erik Lee in the building. What's up, Erik Lee?
Yo, what's poppin'?
My brother, man. Hey,
My guy, authentic. What's the word?
the word is Arena Dreams, dog.
Hey,
Arena Dreams, man.
Big
Real
ass
quick,
dreams.
dude. I'm talking. Speak on that, bro.
hey, man. Arena Dreams. I just dropped it about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Produced every track on there, wrote everything on there. The concept
Stop
is, yeah, man.
Say it again,
it's
man.
rare.
Say it again one more time. Arena Waters.
I'm gonna add one to it. So
Come on.
I produced it, I wrote it, and I mixed and mastered it myself. It's incredible piece. It's a little bit outside of the box of the things I normally do because it's for a bigger space. You know, I had a couple things in mind. I would look at pictures of arenas and just kind of like, what song would be playing there? What vibe would be playing there? You know, and kind of picture it in my mind, then recreate it in a beat and write a song to it and see how the vibe came out and came out with some big ass records. So
isn't that beautiful, bro?
yeah, man.
So Arena Dreams, and there's so much to it, man. Because you see these festivals, these arenas getting packed out. How did you approach? I see the first song off of it, Still Waters. How did you approach Still Waters and Arena Dreams?
Still Waters, it was a moment. You know, it was one of the more recent tracks on that project that I recently did, and just the vibe of the track, it caused me to go deeper into more of my personal life and the things that I've gone through, and almost like a foreshadowing of being in the space of like I'm living these arena dreams, you know. So I gave people a layer of myself that I don't normally give, you know, and took them to those still waters with me. So
Come on,
tell
man.
them how deep
Come
those
on.
waters really run.
It's crazy. Shouts out to the great Bruce Lee.
Hey,
With Erik Lee right here, man.
Hey,
I
might be
always
my
see-
cousin. You know?
Yeah, you never know. You never know, man. And it's a beautiful thing. He speaks like that. You know, he speaks of stuff like that. Be like,
Okay.
yeah, I see a lot of quotes of Bruce Lee, and I was like, okay, maybe this is where Still Waters is coming in from. And then we got another track like One Time. What take me into One Time?
So one time is really just giving thanks to the people around me throughout this journey, whether it's my friends, my family, even my peers in the music industry egging me on if I'm, you know, having a low, like, you know what, I don't know if I'm gonna continue, which was very rare. But you know, nobody would ever let me, no, bro, you're you're too dope to stop. You know what I mean? So one time, you know, one time for y'all, because if y'all weren't here, I really don't know what I would be right now. Like I don't know what I'd be doing. So
That's a trip, man. Do you see yourself doing anything else besides this? Because the reason I'm asking is you're multi-talented, and sometimes knowing so much, it allows you to do other things and be able to like, all right, I'm able to, you're already a great producer. You're also a great writer. Do you see yourself doing, besides the music, what's it going to lead into?
yeah, I'm also heavy into real estate and real estate investing. It's always been a dream to have a record hit and then go buy up a bunch of real estate and keep turning that money over. And, you know what I'm saying?
Now that how much do we need for a deposit before we could purchase an arena?
An arena?
Yeah, let's do our own shows, dog. It's that time, man. Let's get that.
It depends on the location where we going. Because if we try to do it in California, we gonna need.
Oh man, we gonna need a lot.
We gonna need a lot.
And more than what is it? PPP loan?
Oh
loans?
yeah, you gonna need all the loans.
All
the
man.
alphabets and the loans for that one.
Dude, I'm saying, man, but that's where it's headed, though. That's where it's headed. I think reinvesting your money, reinvesting what you're getting, and not just buying. I don't see you with any jewelry on.
Yeah, no. I mean, I got some earrings on, but you know, we got the headphones.
We got some earrings on, but you ain't got a chain that might cost somebody's. In California, it might be a 1-bedroom studio in the back of a garage, but in Texas, it might be a mansion.
Yeah,
you know?
It could be a house. I mean, I'm that type that you probably won't ever see me with a chain unless I already have a couple homes that I bought with that money instead.
The mindset.
You feel me?
The mindset.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know, jewelry is jewelry, but if I buy the house for $1 million now and 8 years later it's worth 8 million. I think
Mm-hmm.
that's a better investment than the jewelry.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they're
Oh,
gonna be
yeah.
tired of that same chain you was wearing 8 years ago. And so
Who's Jacob the jeweler? Wait a minute, hold on, man.
right,
Jacob
right.
the jeweler is all like, yeah, man. So you blew it. What's this song number 3 off of Arena Dreams EP?
You blew it, man. That was a moment as well. It's a compilation of different times. The energy is a compilation of different times that I had situations, and I know I gave my best to the situation, and the other side of that situation didn't
Mm.
give what they needed to. So I'm on a constant elevation evolve.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
if you decide to get off the elevator at that point, that's
Yeah.
on you. You know what I mean? You blew that one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah, man. And I'm pretty sure it's with nonfiction. You know, how
yeah,
many years in the game has it been, and how many people? It's not a reoccurring door where you could allow people to keep coming in and making the same mistakes over and over again.
yeah. I mean, man, I've been producing within the industry from at least 2006.
Yeah.
It's 2023 now, so
Jeez.
there's plenty of stories.
Yeah.
Uh, you know,
It's about to
uh,
be 20 years.
yeah, man,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
and,
yeah.
and really putting that time in, and you meet all kind of people, and that coming up in the hip hop industry isn't
Hmm.
the sweetest thing. You know what I mean? It's always twists and turns. So
As a producer, has your sound evolved to where you're content with it, or are you always trying to find different ways since it's 2006? Let's say what program did you start with, and then what are you using now? And do you ever go back to get that nostalgic sound from that era and use
yeah,
an old program?
absolutely. So I'll take you to the beginning, right? Church drummer, 8
Mm-hmm.
9 years old. I'm on stage with the choir. I'm probably a little too young to understand everything that's going on, but I know these drums. And then around 12, I got my first drum machine. 12 years old, and from there, it was just like, okay, I think I know what I'm doing here. I'm gonna continue with this, and I picked up the keys a couple years later. But within that, probably by the time I got to when I graduated high school, I felt like I honed in on the sound that I was gonna go with. Being that we're in Southern Cali,
Yeah.
you gotta have the Southern Cali sound
Yeah.
on lock.
Yeah.
You're gonna be
Mm-hmm.
producing, and so from there until now, I think back then I was a lot more experimental, whereas now my tools are so sharp in the things that
Mm-hmm.
I can do. Um, it depends on where I'm going with the track. I will go all the way back to instruments from
Mm.
2003, 2004, depending on
Yeah.
what it is. I still got keyboards that have those sounds
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
sound cards
Yeah.
and shit like that
How
too.
many keyboards do you own?
Right now, let's see.
You got a
Three.
Roland.
I got the Motif, the Yamaha
Okay.
Motif. I think it was their first Motif.
Wow.
Yeah. And then I got one that was before that. That wasn't even on that level. That was
Yeah.
that yeah. That was like 2002, 2001.
Yeah, but like, man, this is my budget one.
Yeah. I
Hmm.
had started my like first full setup was an MPC 1000. It was a blue and red joint.
Ah,
I had the Triton Extreme. That when they first made that blue keyboard, and I had the Motif, but it was the rack version.
ah.
And so I was running that through Pro Tools for about 2 years or so, 2 or 3 years.
Hmm.
Then I came across Reason with one of my buddies, one of my OG homies, Flip Matrix. Shout out Flip Matrix. He showed me what was going on with Reason. And all the sounds, everything was within the computer. I had all this
Yeah.
outboard gear that costed thousands at the time.
And
You know
then
what
you
I'm
got
saying?
Reason.
Reason was like $400 with a lot of the same sounds.
Yeah.
And it was easier, it was less space, and from there I learned that one pretty well, and then I got into Logic, and ever since then I've been like back and forth through
Mm.
Logic and Reason, depending on how I'm feeling. They give you a different vibe depending on which
Yeah.
one you're using. So
Did you ever do I know a lot of guys, I know some people still do Fruity Loops. Did you ever mess with the
I
Fruity
never
Loops?
got into Fruity
No?
Loops. If I'm in a studio situation and that's all they have, I'll be fine.
Yeah.
But I never got into Fruity
Yeah,
Loops.
no, that's a trip. I mean, I've heard some dope stuff coming off of Fruity Loops too,
Yeah,
and also in
there's definitely
Ableton.
been hits.
I know our boy Abstract, he uses Ableton, I believe. And then there was the machine.
Mm-hmm.
That one is where was it? Who makes the machine? It's
I want to say Contact.
I forget the one.
I've never owned one. I've worked on one before, but I
Yeah,
never owned one. It's
and I
pretty
was
dope too.
yeah, no, that's cool. Some of them, I think Arab, he takes it on stage with him or the NPC. I saw somebody messing with it,
Mm-hmm.
and then Abstract had to send me a beat. He goes, I want to do something like that. Do you ever want to perform and bring out a beat machine while you're performing?
I kind of originally started that way.
Stop it.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
My first ever show performing my own material, I had my MPC and my keyboard with me. You know, to me personally, I feel like I represent an era where there was always instruments on stage when there was a performance. You
Yeah.
know,
A different style. You got your drummers, you got your bass, and now you got
yeah.
the
I mean,
technology.
I'm up there playing the MPC, playing the keys, and then boom, going out busting my verse, doing the song, coming back, starting the next song. There's a spot in Long Beach called Que Sera. We would rent that spot out, and it would be 2 hours straight of my own music, and I was playing it directly from that MPC and the keyboard, and doing the performances right then and there. So you know, at this
You
point
take
now,
presets. You're just go with your presets alone, and then you're
yeah. I mean, it was more so just having the songs programmed on each pad and just kind of running it that way.
yeah.
I would get to the space where I would separate the instruments and kind of play them separate, but it was rare because that took up a little more time to do. But
I know a lot of great producers have been DJs. They came from a DJ background. I know you were a drummer. Did you ever get into DJing yourself?
a little bit. I always was good at blending songs, like just playing songs on like iTunes and stuff like that, but I never really dove all the way in. I wish I did, and I still will at some point. But I came from the live band perspective, so everything I do is from like that live perspective. But like while I'm creating, if I'm having a day where I'm making beats, it's almost like DJing. I'll make a beat and I can hear in my head what the next song should be, even though it doesn't exist yet. I can hear what tempo, what sound. It doesn't happen all the time, but when it does, a lot of times those songs that come out are the craziest songs I've done.
That's really dope, man. And a lot of like I'm saying, a lot of natural musicians. Well, did you get it naturally, or did somebody have to teach you how to read the music and play the chords? Was it one of these things where you're just banging out the drums, or was it like, all right, let me bang out these drums, and now I have to teach myself to read the actual notes and go to these notes? Or is it something that I'm gonna pick it up and you just pick it up and go?
I mean, it's a mix of both. And in my elementary school, in fourth grade is when I started percussion. And shout out Miss Parsons. I always shout out Miss Parsons. She taught me how to count bars and read the percussion notes and all that stuff. I wish I would have practiced more during that time, but she taught me how to count all of that, and it always stuck with me. I didn't realize how rare it was that, you know, people didn't quite know how to count, and because it was natural, it was already a part of me by the time I started doing it. So
yeah, I still don't know how to. I mean, I know how to write songs, but I still sometimes I'll be like, oh, hold on, let me count these bars. Well, I know now, but if you told me, hey man, do you know this? I'll lie. Yeah, I'll be like, yeah. And I'll be like, nah, man. But it's it takes a certain type of talent to be able to do all that, man. I know Cookster, he knows how to play the guitar.
Hey,
and
that's the next level of my craft, man. I really want to learn the guitar.
Yeah,
I can play the piano pretty well. I went to college for music theory. But you know, they tried to make me major with singing instead of an instrument because I'm not classically trained. Because I taught myself, so they were like, "Oh yeah, you're gonna have to use your voice to sound like, you know, I don't think this is gonna work out. I'm just gonna go get in the studio." So
yeah, that's a good move.
Yeah. But I can kind of tell you what a guitar is doing just theoretically. I got ear trained. They would play one note and then play another note after that and ask you how many spaces from the first note was that note, and you would have to know audibly, like, you know what I'm saying? I got trained to the point to where now when I hear a song on the radio, I can kind of tell you the number system of how far apart the notes are and all that. So
nice.
Do you know what he's talking about, Cookster? I got lost. Oh, man, I'm not gonna lie, man. I was like, I know, I feel you, man. But Cookster, you'd be able to
I think he's talking about the fretboard and the guitar.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like there's frets, and then you go well, actually, when you go high, but you go down the fret the neck. I think he's talking about that, and between the frets and the notes and the octaves, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Yeah, my boy cooks it, man.
Get an electric guitar, dude. You jam the crap out of it, you'll be all right.
Yeah, man. I love electric guitar, man. I love electric guitar.
I would go to a guitar center and get lost.
To learn guitar because it's easier on the hands.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, and so the piano, did you learn it organically by yourself, or it was one of those things?
I basically for a long time I would just listen to songs and try to play along with them for quite some time, and then I'll go into like producing. From after that, I'll like play a song and I'll just kind of start playing it, not knowing that I was teaching myself the scales of each key by doing that and all those things. And eventually I just kind of knew every scale and I can kind of pick out what's going on. So yeah, that's pretty much how I taught myself the piano.
And reading, you'd be able to.
Reading the piano, I can read it, but I can't read it and play it at the same time.
I've seen people. I've seen people get their hands slapped because of that. Like, you're like this, and you see them concentrating, and you're like, and I'm like, fuck, like, dude, I know that's not easy.
Yeah, I wish I got classically trained like that when I was younger. I probably would have.
They wanted you to sing these fucking.
Yeah, but I noticed that a lot of classically trained musicians, they have to go by note. So they don't know how to improvise. Mm-hmm. So like you, for example, you probably go with the flow, whatever you feel. I think what music should be that way.
So you're saying they don't have soul?
They have soul, bro, but they put their soul into whatever they're trained on focus on doing. You know what I mean? So they're focused on playing, like, say, for like a Beethoven or Mozart piece, and they'll put their soul into it. But say, for example, hey, improvise, and can you play this? Like a jazz improvisation, they won't be able to do it.
Yeah.
So it goes either way. Let's say like a guy like you already know how to improvise. What keys are you gonna play?
Flip some Mozart for me, bro. Flip some Mozart. Give it. It's already dark as it is, and then put some behind it, dog.
Hey, I got you, man. Mozart was dope.
The EP came out a few weeks ago. What I know you have music on the way. What have you been working on?
Yeah, man, I've been closing in on the final mixing and mastering of my album, my next album, Smell the Roses.
Smell the Roses, man. So this, I love this though. Arena Dreams.
Yeah.
Smell the Roses.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Cinematic shit.
Yeah. I mean, it ain't no other way to do it at this point, man. If you think about it, it's always been basically short films. When they see the artist performing in the music videos, it's basically short films.
Yeah.
So at this point I'm scoring. This is like a movie score. Everything's from scratch, every instrument, every lyric. We looking at about 20 to 21 songs right now, unless I add something off. But it's it's monstrous.
Smell the Roses.
Smell the Roses. Oh, my God.
Have you released the artwork?
I have not.
Oh man, what was it that I saw? I saw something. I'm like, bro, I like these. I like the vision of.
It might have been the single covers from either Arena Dreams, or I did drop a handful of singles prior to Arena Dreams.
Yeah.
Get the pot hot,
And I like that you stay on top of your things, bro. And nothing's ever halfway done. That's what I like. If it's not ready, you're not gonna put it out prematurely, because it shows when the way people listen to you and how you get that the listener's attention, because everything's. I'm like, I remember hearing all the production when you were last year, and that was on point. I'm like, yo, who's that? And remember,
you did.
I was like, I like that.
It's like, oh, it was Anthem. Where's Anthem? It's like, that's him. It's Eric Lee.
So I was like, yo, fucking this is dope. And I was like, Eric Lee. It was Anthem. Yeah. And I was like, so what is that with the names?
So that was my production name. It still is my production name, but it just kind of evolved into Eric Lee which is my first and middle name.
Yeah.
It evolved into that because now I became the face of the Anthem brand, whereas Anthem was behind the scenes, producing for a lot of people. It's like, okay, now you getting.
I was like,
damn, the real
man,
me.
this shit sounds fucking dope. And you was right here.
Yeah.
And I'm all like, yo, man, this is dope, man. Hey, tell that vato to send me some beats, homie. Dile, wey. Oh yeah, man. It was some dope stuff, man. How's everything with the fam?
Everything's good, man. My brother Nuisance, he dropped a single recently called Jaded that I produced.
Did you do the artwork for Jaded too?
I did not do the artwork.
Oh, okay.
For Jaded, no.
Maybe it was Jaded, the artwork that I also saw from him, but it's similar.
He did a lyric video for Jaded. I mean, that song is ear candy plus bars plus vibe plus, but that's Nuisance.
Let me see. I think I did see. Was it in a like a water? No.
Oh no, that was Still Waters.
Still Waters. Okay, there. Yeah, I see. I see Nuisance, Jaded. Yep, 500 hertz, my brother. 500 hertz.
Yeah, Nuisance. He just dropped that one. He's got some things in the works. Guillotine Game. The monster.
The monster, man.
He let go of a couple singles over summer. His latest was Gilly's Admission, where he's just terrorizing you with bars over this crazy symphonic harmony beat. That guy is ridiculous.
Shouts out to Guillotine.
Guillotine is ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's my brother right there.
Yeah, I love it, man. Shouts out to Nuisance too. I like it's everything's outside the box, but it's organic. You know?
Yeah, I mean we don't want to be like everybody else. We never wanted to be.
It's still you
like
guys though.
Yeah, it's still
it's
us.
Naturally you guys. That's what I love it, man. You know?
Yeah,
it's you guys, and you guys aren't trying to fill in what everybody already is doing. Because you got to know once somebody starts doing something, that means that this has been in the works for like 9 months. You're 9 months out.
Yeah,
you're already behind the 8 ball, homie. Now you're trying to catch up to do this, and then by 9 months later, by the time you're doing what these people are doing right now, they're gonna be on a new something. And I'm like, just be yourself. And it's always going to be organic. It's always going to be authentic. It's always going to be you. So it's going to become timeless. I'm like, who's that cat? That's Erik Lee, homie, a.k.a. Anthem. Dog.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a fact, though, man. It's that originality goes, to me, that's the longevity.
Nobody could take it away from you.
Yeah.
No one could ever say, like, oh, man, you were riding this way. No, I wasn't. I was doing Erik Lee, homie. Yeah.
If it was ever anything similar, it was production for somebody that asked for something. That was something like that.
Multi-talented.
Otherwise,
man. Touches into this, touching into that. Still, shout out the whole family.
Hey, I did, man.
Yeah.
Man, they hold me down, man. It hits on a lot of different levels. That song, I never mentioned my immediate close family all in one song like that, all my boys. It is a very Still Waters. It's deep. You get a piece of me, man, and I hope everybody enjoyed that one. That's that real shit right there.
Nah, that's Truth, which also dropped a year ago. Shouts out to Truth.
Hey, yeah.
Hey. Stop it, dog.
Truth is crazy.
Yeah.
I'm still looking
it's that
forward to
artwork that I love so much that pulled me in, Loco.
Okay.
That's the Lolo, and then it's Erik Lee. You know what I mean? I'm like, let me check this out. And that's what I've always been giving you your props, man.
Hey,
it's
I
just
appreciate
not
it.
just the visuals, not just on the music.
That was my boy, we call him Invisible Man.
Invisible Man.
Yeah, he did the artwork for me. Shout out my boy Eddie.
He did his thing, man.
My boy Eddie did that one. I told him, like, yeah, man, I kind of got an idea, but just have some fun with it. He's like, I know exactly what to do.
My homeboy hit with the waves on the side.
Yeah.
With the palm trees on the other side.
Yeah.
The Lolo in the middle. I'm looking at it right now, and I'm like, let me pull this up real quick, because this was my business. What track we're gonna spit on right now, my G?
This is Sharpen My Axe.
Sharpen My Axe.
It was
is
my
this
first
off
single of this year that I dropped to kick off 2023. This was the first song I dropped after we lost my brother Willie Mammoth. I had to take a little break, recoup, and just kind of get all my energy together. And I know I took a little hiatus, so I had to come back with bars. So
Sharpen My Axe, man.
I've been sharpening my axe,
Erik Lee, Sunday School Show, still authentic. Come on.
They say don't worry about a man that throws 10,000 punches.
Yeah, yours is on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Erik Lee.
Worry about a man that threw one punch 10,000 times.
Hey, blood, sweat, and dirt on my face. They talk but ain't been in the game. I've been
sharpening my axe.
Oh, I been
Sharpening my axe.
Yeah.
I never wanted the fame, just freedom and revenue gains.
Yeah.
I've been sharpening my axe.
Uh-huh.
I've been sharpening my axe.
Yeah, ankle deep in the concrete. I own the field, they don't own cleats. They speaking from the nosebleeds. Never laced up, but got the answer key. Opinionated, constant hatred. While I dug the trenches, grew a rose fleet. Guess I'm not gangster enough. Guess that my flavor's too much. Yeah, bitch, my range is robust. This realness show fakeness a bluff. I've been killing in the cut. Arena dreaming, modulate my thinking. Congregate the C-notes, then we triple it up. Yeah, sharpen in my axe. Targets on the racks. Go harder than me, that's cap. 500HZ, that's facts. Iron Maiden, if they try him, lay him. Chewing through him like a baked potato. And through the plate, then break the table. Can't box me in, I don't fit the label. This my oxygen and infinite. I'm infamous, not a fable. Known to drip, need a raincoat. Run the game, puppet cables. Yachting waves in my gray robe. Yeah, big boss shit. Big talk, bitch. Sharpen in my axe. One swing it ends, hold it down for my real ones. Couple caught up in the system, come home soon, yeah we miss you. We got routes to continue, 5 Maybachs in the rear view. A couple $100,000 a month, passive income is a must. Apartment buildings and the merch, streaming numbers gone berserk. When I get on stage, I'll be leaving earth. This for all the hustlers having grit and toughness and the gall to making it work. Loud eruption and a mass consumption, not a catalog, it's gon' burst. Legend my name from my turf. Once when you turn to a blur, they been sweeter than the C&H. Grim Reaper in my DNA. Flows compulsive, put you in your place. Coastal throne, I can hold my weight. Long Beach is my home and my birthplace. In a league on my own, now the road's paved. Ain't no contenders, I'm in another dimension. And now these rappers conflicted, they either burn or ditches. I'm on the road to invincible and a cold individual. Never been tripping, I just enforce the principle. Matte Black plane on the runway. Lamborghini Urus for the Sunday. They ain't seen this before, can't believe that this boy made that beat in the first place.
Sweat and dirt on my face.
Yeah, they talk but ain't been in the game. While I've been sharpening my axe. I've been sharpening my axe.
I never wanted the fame.
Nah.
Just freedom and revenue gains.
Yeah, well I've been sharpening my axe. I've been sharpening my axe. Yeah. Sharpening my axe. Yeah, sharpening my axe. Blood, sweat, and dirt on my face. They talk but ain't been in the game. Well, I've been sharpening my axe. I've been sharpening my axe. Yeah. Shout out Sunday School Show.
Yeah, Erik Lee is in the building. Stop playing.
Nick.
My boy Cookster. Yo,
Cookster on
man.
the ones and twos. Appreciate you, my boy. Hey.
Shopping in my axe. Man, even acapella, that shit's gonna be. You know what I mean? Oh man, you was hitting that and all fucking angles, my G. Here we go.
Hey, let's go.
Oh man, I'm posting it on my page right now, so I'm gonna tag you, loco.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. So LBC, man. What's the spots over there, man? What's the spots over there?
You talking about nightlife?
The night. Well, I know Pine.
Yeah,
you know they be popping over there. I'm talking about Grub, man. That's all we do.
Grub.
Is eat.
Hey, man, it's a lot of spots, man. It's a lot of food trucks that be pulling up.
Yeah.
You know, depending on what day it is, you know, I'll be trying everything.
Yeah,
I try to stick to a solid diet, but you know, tacos always been my favorite food.
Yeah.
You know,
Hey, how are they doing? I know I love the Korean food, and I know a lot of taco spots are switching to the Korean Mexican food, bro. Like they make the tacos, but they're Korean barbecue tacos. Have you tried them?
hey,
Like a fusion?
Yeah, like a fusion.
No, I heard about them. I'm interested.
You know, the thing is that they price me out, but I want to try them.
Well, how did they price you?
I mean, I don't know if I could pay $12 for a taco.
Well, that's how much you're selling?
Some spots are.
That's a little gourmet for it, don't you think?
Yeah, it's a little gourmet.
Yeah.
What happened to the $5 burritos?
hey.
Yeah, they fill you up, man.
But yeah, no, you were saying there's a lot of like the shops that they travel, they go around, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I try not to, but I end up doing a lot of Uber Eats and DoorDash.
Yeah,
You know, I'll be in the studio, and you know that it start getting good. I'm like, dude, I can't leave. So what's cracking right now?
Yeah, I'll fuck with one. Cookster, hook me up, man. If there is one. Oh, I don't want to take yours, G.
No, handle.
All right.
Hey.
What are those? But that's my thing is you would think that they would be a little bit cheaper.
Yeah.
Since they're not paying for real estate on a building.
That part, yeah.
You know, I'm not calling them out, but I'm calling you out. Come on, dog. You charging me like I'm eating at Javier's, you know, Javier's over there in Laguna Beach. This is the same price.
$15. What's on that taco for $15?
Well, it's like 2 tacos and something, and I was like $15. I went to a hibachi spot in Hollywood. I was in Hollywood and with my Hollywood ass, you know. But the hibachi spot, man, I see that, you know. I see the cats they're sweating their ass off, and I'm like, go ahead and put some sweat in there, man. You know, season it up a little. And I ended up like $26-$30 just for me, dog. I was like, fuck.
Yeah, that hibachi ain't playing, man.
Yeah, man.
But it's good,
It
though.
was money, man. It was money. They'd be like, you want this garlic sauce? It's $1.50 more or whatever they were throwing on the top. And I was like, just throw that shit already. Fuck. But yeah, man, we got Erik Lee in the building. My brother Cookser. Was this the last one, Cookser?
The last one that didn't burst. Yeah.
Here.
No,
I'm not getting drink. It was on my brother. My bad, man.
I think bursted on me, man, because it was on the back end.
On the back
and
end.
they get frozen.
Now I'm feeling, and we're gonna have to Uber Eats 12-pack for Cookser. Hey, Queen Chola says what's good, Cookser.
What's up, Norman?
Yeah, man. So I like that, bro. You had to take out the axe, man.
Yeah, man. I let them know.
Sharpen the axe.
I've been getting it together, man, and give you a little preview of what's gonna be on this album.
Yeah.
My level of lyricism and delivery now in comparison to where it was last year is.
And you are your own competition.
Yeah,
you are your own.
I was trying to beat me, so I'm sharpening my axe. While everybody in the stands talking about what they would be or would not be doing. Like I'm really in the trenches doing this shit. So. By the way, my axe is sharper now.
Hey, we can't control a lot of the outside nerves, but we can make sure that we're ready for it.
Absolutely.
My brother, man.
Absolutely.
I love that, man. Oh, yeah. Hits 101 Radio Sunday School Show. Peace and prosperity. Hey. I'm telling you, that artwork, man. I've never been in a Rolls Royce like that. I've been in an old school 1950s Rolls Royce, the one my pops had. But damn, man, imagine, man.
Yeah.
I wonder how much I don't even want to know how much they're running, how much they cost.
Jeez, that was like the Cullinan. That was like I want to say 400,000 starting out. Sheesh, the Rolls Royce truck. Sheesh.
Peace and prosperity, man. And you played you produced the beat right there, right?
Yeah. Me, that one. It was like a co-production. It was one of the loops that I found, which I normally don't use loops, but that one was ridiculous. So I had some fun with that one. And me and Rose had one hell of a session that day.
Yeah.
It just kind of happened, man. And,
do you do most of the work at home and then go to the studio to finalize it, or?
Yeah, for the most part. Sometimes it does strike in the studio, but. I mean, I'm there for the acoustics, and kind of let me know what I did wrong at home because that false sound reference will tell you, you listen to it in the car and be like, this sounds good, and you go to the real studio and listen to it and be like, well, wait a minute, this need to come down, this need to come up. So
man,
other times like we'll like record stuff there. So I do have a home studio, but we'll record stuff there too.
I was listening to my album, the Undeniable album, and I had it on a USB. And I heard it on my phone, and then when I plugged it in on my car on the USB, because where you charge the plug-in, and I heard a different sound, and I was like, where the hell this was that? And I felt the same way. I'm like, fuck, like damn, like hold on, damn son. And I hit up the producer that mixed it, and I was like, hey bro, did you hear this? He goes, yeah, it's always been there. I was like, fuck it, freaking Apple iPhone. Because I was listening to it. He was, I'm like, okay, I got to get used to it, dog. And he's all like, no. I was like, give it another listen. It was just my system, the Apple phone, I wasn't hearing everything as crisp as it should be. So that's crazy.
Yeah, it'll definitely do that, man. They say the car test is like one of the best ones. To really tell you what your song actually sounds like, because but at this point in time, I don't even know if you can trust car systems. You just gotta listen to it everywhere.
Yeah. What kind of monitor speakers do you have at home?
I got the Yamahas. They look like the NS10s, but it's like the newer version. At the studio, it's the other ones. All that the NS10s are actually in there.
They're on there.
They're actually there. So
Jeez.
you can get a real good balance.
Smell the roses. Do we have a date for it? Smell the roses.
I want to give you a date so bad.
What about a month? Give me a month. Or between which months?
We're looking at.
Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Erik Lee, Smell the Roses. Stay tuned in.
Hey.
I'm telling you right now, Erik Lee, you guys are gonna love his music, man. It's more than just grown folks music. It's music from the soul, hip hop. It's life. This is like some dope stuff that I know we go through. And when we complain about how music sounds, and when we complain about this is all that we hear on the radio, well, we're choosing to listen to that. Listen to Erik Lee. Ladies and gentlemen, tune in to Erik Lee, and you'll find out it's going to make your day a better day.
Hey, say that.
For reals. You know, we do have an option what we listen to. Where could they find you, Erik Lee?
You can find me on all platforms, social media-wise, Instagram, ERIKLEE_500HZ. It's the same thing on TikTok. It's the same thing on Twitter. On YouTube, it is 500 Hertz TV, 500HZ.
Yeah, shouts out to the family.
You catch me, my brothers, all the productions, all the ins and outs. Our website, 500HZMGmusicgroup.com. And then on all the streaming platforms, Erik Lee, ERIKLEE. I'm on Amazon, Spotify, Apple, Tidal, wherever you stream your stuff super loud. That's where I am.
And shouts out to Tidal. They're paying people, man.
They pay the most.
I might end up getting a Tidal because guess what, man? They paying.
Yeah,
I love you guys. Erik Lee, thank you for sliding through the Sunday School Show. You already know.
Hey, absolutely, man. I super appreciate you having me out, man. I'm always grateful to come and show up, man. When you hit me up, it really sent like a lightning bolt through my situation to really be like, okay,
I see you doing the groundwork, man. So it's very respectable. I see you. I'm with Janet, which we love. We love Janet, and I see you over there performing live. Yeah. And I was all like, man, I love this, and so I reached out. So Mama Janet, please forgive me. You know, I reached out. I was all like, hold on, man. I'm like, what you been up to, man? I want to get you in the studio because I love what you're doing. I want to get you on the show. And I was all like, yeah, man. And it's a beautiful thing when I see you performing, and I'm like, dude, this is what we live for. This is what we write about. This is nonfiction.
Yeah, hey, I appreciate it, man. That is that one space where I feel all the way alive. The one place. You know, you don't ever really hear your music that loud until you're on the stage with those speakers. So in that moment, you kind of absorbing how it sounds, but then also giving out the energy. So it's, you know, I'll definitely let you know when the next show is.
Let me know, man. Yeah, you see that. You got to give me the heads up because I got to do some paperwork nowadays. So I got to make sure everything is good for I could be able to make it. But I'm definitely going to be right there in front and center, my G. So yeah, much salute, man. Erik Lee.
Hey,
Sunday School Show, still authentic.
Show.